Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to talk about Clerk, a very powerful service that makes authentication user management very easy for developers. Instead of building login systems from scratch, Clerk gives you the liberty to utilize ready-made tools to handle signups, logins, sessions, and social media logins as well, all with security built in. If you're working on a front-end project with technologies like React or Next, Clerk can save you a lot of time and effort. Clerk is particularly helpful when you are working on front-end only projects too. So without further ado, let's jump in. So the first step is to install Clerk in your project. You can do this by adding Clerk package using npm or yarn or pnpm, whichever package manager that you usually use. So I'm going to go ahead with this command, npm install @clerk slash clerk React. Since my project is in React, so I'm going to go with the package for React. If you are using next.js, you can also use @clerk slash nextjs. So I already have it installed, but I'm just showing you the command that you can use. So once installed, you will be able to import Clerk components directly into your React or Next.js app. Once you have installed the Clerk package, we need to go to the Clerk's official website and you need to sign in if you haven't already. So you can do that either with Google or with GitHub, whichever way you like. Then you need to head to the dashboard now. And inside the dashboard, you need to go here and click on create application. So you need to create an application before getting a publishable key. So I'll just create an application, even though I have a few of them created already, but I'm creating one for this video again, so I can show you what you can add and how you can customize things. So as you can see, there is one simple window that you see in front of you. So you can actually set the name of your application over here, and you can add the sign-in options. So you can give either to continue with email or with Google. That is pretty much standard nowadays, and also with Facebook or GitHub or Microsoft ID, LinkedIn, etc. But to keep it simple, we are going to just go ahead with email and Google. And you also get preview of what is going to look like when you actually integrate it completely. So with username itself, you can see that it changes over here, and email address or username. You can also add GitHub over here. So you can get two buttons, that one is to continue with Google and one is to continue with GitHub likewise. So you just need to click on this create application. Once you have customized everything from over here, everything that you want to add, then you have to click on create application. I'm not going to do this because I already have the project created. So what happens is, once you create this project, you get one of the publishable key from over there. I think I will be getting the key from over here, configure section. And yeah, the API keys. Yeah, so this is the publishable key. Since I'm not using next.js, you can actually change the environment that you're using. So I'm using the React. So the key and the secret is over here. You just need to just copy this particular key that we have. I'm going to remove this publishable key once this video is done, because I don't want others to be using this key. So now let's head back to the code and see where we need to put this publishable key. So we are back here in our front-end code, and we need to set up the Clerk provider. So for this, you will actually be needing to go to your index.js or app.js, whichever way you have actually created this project. So the main thing is, you need to have this app being rendered over in this component that you need to add the Clerk publishable key as well. So herein, what I'm going to need is, I'm going to first import Clerk provider from Clerk. So I'm going to type this statement, Okay, I think I need to add this inside. So yeah, this is the code. This is the import statement. And then inside this react.strict mode, I need to add the clerk provider and the publishable key. And it is always a good practice to actually add the publishable key in an environment file, which I have done already. So now I'm going to just do one thing. Inside this react.strict mode, I will actually cover this app with clerk provider. I will actually wrap the, I think there is a mistake. Okay, let us correct it. Yeah. Okay, this is the publishable key, and we are actually importing the publishable key from the environment file. So this wraps up your app and connects it to the Clerk's backend. It makes sure that authentication and user data are available throughout your project. And finally, we need to add Clerk's ready-made components like sign in, sign up, and user button to these pages that you have created in the front end. But these components actually handle all the heavy lifting, from showing login forms to managing sessions, etc. In just few lines of code, your app now has a complete authentication system. Before actually using the Clerk's ready-made components, let's look at what these pre-built control components are and how and where you can actually use them. So as you can see, I'm headed over to this Clerk docs, and herein they have clearly provided these components and the use of them. So the first one is signed in component. So basically the children of this component can only be seen while the user is actually signed in, and signed out is when you can see only when these components can be only seen when you are actually signed out. So it's like the protected components and private public components in React. That is the same concept that is going to be used over here. Then there is this user button. It shows the signed in user's avatar. So suppose you have actually signed in with Google. So whatever your profile picture is overset in Google, it is going to be visible over in that small icon. Selecting it opens a drop-down menu with account management options as well. So let us actually see how it looks like. I have it open over here. So as you can see, there is this avatar of me. So if you click on it, you get these options like manage account, sign out, and you can see that this is the ID I am logged in with. And also this comes with some text like secured by Clerk, and we are in the development mode. So that is what is given there. So you can actually click on sign out and it will go ahead and sign you out of this system. But this is actually cool. This looks pretty standard and looks like a real website that is over there. Now coming back to the docs, and let's look at the remaining control components. So this is the sign in button. So it is a component that links up to the sign in page. So also there is the sign up button, which is a component that is linking up to the sign up page. Pretty much straightforward from over here. Let's look at where we have used them in our project. So in our project, we have a navbar, and therein we are actually adding all the buttons and the links. And therein only I have added the sign in and sign up links. So as we were saying that we have this user button. So that is what we are importing over here. As you can see that this is the Clerk import. And then there is the is signed in Clerk hook that we are using. So we're checking if the particular user is actually signed in or not with this hook. So we are actually pretty much using them over here. Now you can also see in the navbar auth buttons, this component is actually having these href as sign in and sign up. Here are the components. These are the pages wherein I have actually added the Clerk's components. So as you can see here also, I am actually importing sign in from Clerk, and then you can actually customize it a little bit. So that is what I've done. I've done some customization, like I have justified it to the center and I have added a margin from top, but that is about it. I have kept it in a simple div, and then I have added a basic routing to it. So whenever the sign in is clicked, it actually takes you to the sign in path. So what sign in and sign up components from Clerk control components do is they basically provide you with a pre-built sign in and sign up forms. So that is pretty good when you want a pre-built component and just use it and not create one yourself. So now you must be wondering where I can see the users that have signed up or signed into my website. For that, you will need to head over to the Clerk dashboard, and then you need to actually go to the application that you just created. And in the user section, you can see the details of the user that have actually been over at your website. If you want to have these user details synced into your database, Clerk also provides you with a webhook that can be configured with your backend so that whenever a new user signs up, you can sync the details with your database. In the upcoming videos, I'll be showing you how to do that as well. And that's it. Clerk integration into your front-end project in just 3 simple steps. With Clerk, you don't have to worry about building complex auth systems yourselves. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss an update. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.